Hey everybody, it's Chloe Demore of Save the Victor. Well, how's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. And it is time for collab number 2 with my name twin from Makeup Therapy. That is Manuela, and we are going to be playing with two palettes, Gone Rogue from Lois Cosmetics, and from Cosmic Brush, the Serenity palette. We will be doing Planet Bingo, and if you want to see what kind of looks I created, and going of course to Manuela's channel to see what kind of look created, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. So here we are for collab number 2 of our monthly collab with Makeup Therapy, my name twin Manuela. So you will have seen by the thumbnail and by my intro that we are going to be playing with the Gone Rogue palette from Lois Cosmetics, one of my favorite palettes, and the Serenity palette from Cosmic Brushes, which is become one of my favorite new brands. So this is quite exciting to do this look. So we were talking that we were going to do maybe different themes or some different ideas to kind of zhuzh it up a little bit instead of just, happily using two palettes out of our mutual collections and doing a look. But this time we threw a bit of a monkey wrench in it, or my name twin did. We are doing it as a palette bingo. So we've decided to pick 4 shades using a random number generator from each palette. So that's 8 shades. I gotta get all my eyeballs. So that could be April Fool's, because that's when we're posting this, on April 1st. So yeah, let's get started and let's see here. So I'm gonna start with Gone Rogue, and then we can take a look at the color stories too as a reminder in case you've not seen it in a while, or you have never seen this palette. Lois Cosmetics is a great brand. I love them so much. I believe I have all of the palettes that they have put out. And I think they're all still available except for the Rose Gold palette, which is one of my favorite palettes. But look at this. This color story is gorgeous. It has one of my favorite greens. As you can see, I've used that one quite a bit. I really do like this pink as well. Again, because when you have so much makeup, you don't use things as much as you should. And I'm really, really excited to get to play with this again. So this is the color story again, and it's called Gone Rogue. And again, it's titles with like Walk in My Shoes, Class Clown, Wallflower, Rare Treasure, Outside the Box, Misfit, Nonconformist, Gone Rogue, Underdog, anything in that kind of theme there. So that's great. So now we are going to do this. So I have a random generator. This one has 12 shades in there. So we're going to put the upper limit, of course, at 12. So we've got to that there, and then we are going to go generate, and then we're going to see what we get. And it is the number 2. So for number 2, that is the shade called Can't Compare. So we are going to be using, make sure I did shut that off. Yeah. Shade 2, Can't Compare. Alrighty, so that's the first shade we've got. So now we'll go and we will generate, go clear. And we're gonna go 1, 12, generate. And we've got the shade number 9. So number 9 is the shade Unapologetic. So that's there. So shade 9, Unapologetic. This is going to be fun. 8 shades on the eyeballs. All right, let's try this again. We're going to go generate. And then we got the shade number 4, and that is, yes, my favorite, Outside the Box. So shade number 4, Outside the Box. And then one more shade from this palette. So I'm going to go generate. And we got shade number 8, and shade number 8 is Misfit. So that's the shade there. So shade 8 was Misfit. So we've got 4 shades picked here from Gone Rogue. Now, second up is the Serenity palette. Make sure I've got it the right way. So this is it here. If you've not tried cosmic brushes, you should get on that train. The quality is amazing, and the color choices, even the neutral one that I got in error called Muse, error as in my part, putting the wrong one in the palette, ends up being one of my favorite ones from them. I really do like it. And this one, they have some nice glowy shades. This is a really nice color story. This is the one that kind of went viral for them and was so hard to keep in stock. So there we go. This is the Serenity palette. I have all their palettes except for their first one, and I'm really kind of sad that I didn't get that. So so this one has 5, 10, 20 shades, so we're gonna have to clear it. So we're gonna go lower limit 1, upper limit 20, because most of their palettes are 20 shades. And then we're gonna go generate. And the first one we got is 16, so 5, 10, 15, 16. So it is the shade called Wanderlust, which is that one right there. So again, number 16, running out of space here. Let's put that here, number 16. And that was Wanderer. Okay, and then let's go generate. And no, you can't have 16 again. Generate. Okay, I have the shade number 10. So 5, 10, I think that's the only time you can redo it, is if you get the same number again. So it is going to be the shade Serenity. So shade 10, Serenity. Alrighty. Next up, let's try this again. Generate. So now we've got number 14. So that is 5, 10, 14 is going to be the shade Lagoon. So shade 14. And then one more to go. Generate. And we've got the shade number 3. And number 3 is Sorbet. So number 3, Sorbet. Alrighty, so we have all 8 shades picked out. So this is going to be fun. So I don't need my phone. I don't think I need my glasses. And let's go and create a look. So I'm going to use, I finally finished up the P. Louise. So I'm going to be working on finishing up the Gerard Cosmetics. I want to use all the ones that I've got open, and I think I might have something else open as well. So I'm going to try and use every single primer that I have open. So that way we can then start other ones. All right, time for some Betty Boop, and here we go. Okay, so we are primed up. I tried to put a good chunk on because I have no idea what we're gonna do. It'll of course end up being something we've done before, but not with this color story. So let's take a look at the colors. So from the Gone Rogue palette, we had number 2, which was Can't Compare. Then we had Unapologetic, which is this purpley shade. Then we had Outside the Box with a green shade. And then we had Misfit, which is this purpley shade. So that would make a nice look together. And then for Serenity, we had Wanderer. And then we had the shade, oh, there we go, Serenity. And then shade number 14. And then number 3, Sorbet. So basically we've got reds, pinks, and greens pretty much here. So the darkest shade that we've got, Lagoon. I think that's going to be the darkest shade. So I think that's what we're going to start with first. Angled brush. Okay, so we're going to go into Lagoon. Could technically do one look on each eye, but I'm going to try and get one look with all 8 shades. That's the thing with these bingos. You can't really plan per se because you don't know what kind of color story you are going to get. Very curious to see which ones Manuela gets. She's really good with color stories, so I think whatever she gets, she will make an amazing look out of it. Glad I didn't do my base because I might want to do a little cleanup with shape. So I think right now I just want to, for the shape, is lay out the colors and then go and clean it up a little bit, and then come back and finish it. I thought maybe just kind of laying out a little bit would be helpful for me. I think I'm going to do about half of the under eye as well with the Lagoon shade. There we go. So remember, trust the process. So that was Lagoon. So I think that the next darkest shade was either going to be Misfit or Can't Compare. Now, Can't Compare is a little bit brighter than this one. On the light, with the lights here, this looks a little bit brighter than it actually is. So I think for the next shade, I am going to do that. I'm going to use the shade Misfit there. And then I should just make sure I track that I'm using all the shades, because I think the last time I did it bingo, I had to put a little edit in because I had forgotten one of the shades. So I think I'm going to, no, I'm not going to use the same brush. I should have something similar-ish enough. All right, so we are going to go into Misfit. So it's that shade there. There we go. I've got a bit of a shape going there. I think this is going to be crazy. I'm glad I filmed this today. It's a day where I've already done my errands. I've done my work day. I can go as crazy as I want, and it does not matter. Okay, so I sort it. That one has a nicer swoop than that side does. Okay, I think I'm going to fill that in a little bit. All right, so I'm just going to grab a little brush here that I can use to blend out a bit here. And then I think for the front part, I'm going to go into the shade that is Can't Compare. So I'm going to put the red in front of that purpley pinky shade. Not quite raspberry, maybe raspberry with purple. So, and then let's make sure that we're using Can't Compare, or Can't Complain, Can't Compare. Alrighty, so I'm going to use that same pink brush, just clean it off because it's nice and small. There we go. It's a nice bright red. I really like this red. Okay, so got that laid out there. That is doing a little bit better. I think this one needs a little bit more red higher up because my droop is covering some of the red there. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Just so I get a little bit more there. Okay, and then I'm going to re-go into Misfit. So now let's look at the last two shades. So again, we have Outside the Box and then Unapologetic. So these are shimmery shades. So I think we're going to leave those for a moment, and then we're going to go into here. So here, shade 16, Waterer is a shimmer. Serenity is a shimmer. We got a lot of shimmers going on here. And then number 3, this light green, is a matte. So I think we're going to use that one next. That's a nice bright green. Just going to keep that as close to the outer edge as possible, I think. Okay, so now we've kind of basically laid out our shape here. I'm just going to go and get a sponge, and I'm going to kind of clean up the edges, and then we'll be back for the next. Okay, so I just cleaned up the side here and a little bit over top, got rid of a little bit of the extra primer and a little bit out of my corner of my eyes, and I think we're ready to keep going. So there we go. So I'm just going to again add a little bit more of, what is it called? Sorbet. Okay, so for Gone Rogue, we still have, losing my space here. So we still have 2 shades in here. We've got a bright green and a bright pink. And then for Serenity, we have a green shimmer and a blue-green shimmer. So I think what I want to do for the inner corner, I think we are going to use this shade Unapologetic. So I think I'm going to lay that out first. This will be at the tail end of the red there. Then I'm going to bring it down just a smidge. Okay, so that is another color used, so Unapologetic. So all we have left is outside the box, the green, which I think we may put on the outer edge to keep it bright. And then we have that blue green, and then we have the darker green. Oh, I know. So we are going to take the shade that is, I believe it is called Wanderer. So that is the, yeah. So we are going to take this green shade there, and then I'm going to put that in the front there. I think bottom front. So we can kind of keep the greens on the bottom. I don't usually put green shimmer underneath or any type of shimmer underneath too often, but when you have 8 shades you need to get on your eyes, and all of them don't, they go together, but I didn't want to do my normal, you know, just stripies at the same color. So that is a Wanderer. So we've got that done. So we just have the shade Serenity. I think I'm gonna have that as the main shimmer on here, and then we're going to use from Gone Rogue, we're going to use the outside the box, and then we will have had all the shades used. So we're gonna take outside the box. We are going to take a fluffier brush. Yeah, these shimmers usually don't need spray. I did bring some, look how pretty that is, but I don't have base on, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna stick that on top here. It's a good base for this color. Oh, look at that, isn't that so beautiful? I might bring it, because I really like this one so much, I might bring it just even a sliver more over. I mean, I think I should have maybe put it up front and the darker one on the back, but let's try and do something a little bit different. There we go. I think this look will need some lashes, I think, and some liner. Alrighty, so the last shade that we need to use is the one that is called Serenity. So again, that is that kind of turquoisey blue shade, like so. Ooh, that is so pretty. And then we are going to use that on the main part of our eye. Brush do I want to use? Might play with our first green a little bit in a second. Okay. Well, that's such a pretty shimmer. So I am going to, because I basically got rid of most of that green on the bottom with shimmer. So I'm going to add, again, a little bit more of outside the box, and then I'm going to go back into Lagoon and add that back in as a bit of a liner. A little back and forth here today. Can't say this look isn't colorful. All right, so as promised, we are going to go one more time into Lagoon along the bottom. Going to take something small and in gold. Okay, there we go. We're almost there. Let's go one more time into Unapologetic, which is that shimmery pink. And then again, bring it a little bit more so it touches the green. Okay, so I'm going to go and finish up, and we'll see what the final look is. And here we are with our final look. Yes, it needed lashes. It needed a little bit liner on the waterline. Used one from Odin's Eye, a green one. Just some lashes that I had kicking around. For lips, we have a Winnie from ColourPop, one of the few ColourPop things that I still have from the Hocus Pocus collection. I was actually going to get rid of them at first. I was going through my collections and reorganizing stuff. I had a couple that went off, but at the last minute I decided to keep them because I do like their lipsticks, just not their lip pencils and everything else. So there we go. This is quite the bright and bold eye look. So what do you think? Let me know down below. That's what happens when you play palette bingo and you need to use all the colors that you pick, especially when you're using 2 different palettes. You just never know. But I think I lucked out pretty good here, and I quite like this. There we go. Oh, and if you like this blush, oh my god, this is from the Queenfidence. Is that pink blush that I got. It's so nice. Okay, so that's my video. That is my second collab with my makeup twin, Manuela from Makeup Therapy. Everything, of course, will be like usual linked down below. What do you think? I kind of like it. I wasn't sure at first, but it's a lot of fun. I think the lashes, I think it needed lashes. Without lashes, I wasn't quite so sure. But once I had the full face on, it is good. So anyways, that is our collab for this month. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends, and we can still do collabs together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.